Everybody, welcome back to the Can We Talk podcast. Sorry for the delay, but we busy people. We always working on doing our thing. But I guess we could just go ahead and start it off. Get up on the jump.
Yes, let's do this.
All right, ready for our first topic? Are you ready for this one, dog?
I'm ready.
I don't
More
think
than
you.
ready. I'm ready.
I don't think you are. But how do you feel about watching porn in front of your partner? I wouldn't even say in front, with your partner. I think that's a better question.
Man, that's a good question. Watching porn.
With your partner.
I've never done it. I ain't gonna lie. I've never done it.
Are you open to do it though?
I mean, shoot. You do it with your friends, your homeboys. Why not with your
teenagers.
partner?
Yeah. What?
I
Grown men watching flicks together.
see. I think it's my problem. The only thing I have a problem in is that you never know what your partner may be insecure about. So what if you're watching something that has to do with big tits and your partner doesn't have that? So would she feel insecure based off of that? That she doesn't have it, but that's what you're interested in, right?
You're only interested in
Does it
those
show?
features.
Does it show? Does watching porn show? Show what you're attracted to that your partner isn't? I mean, that your partner doesn't have, like certain features.
But you are attracted to your partner though.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't if you aren't attracted to them?
That is.
I
true.
think watching porn with them is healthy because it allows you to be more not spiritual, more sexually connected. Yeah, it opens your mind up to you know what I'm saying? It's because think about it. You can have sex with this person, and when you're having sex with somebody, you're at the most vulnerable and the most what's the word I'm looking for? Intimate.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, you're very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable and intimate. So it's like, why can't you say these? Why can't you be comfortable watching porn with that person?
I think it's the imagery. That's what I think. You know, it all falls down to how the person feels about what you're looking up. You know what I'm saying? Because what you said about you already attracted to her. Well, if you already attracted to her, why aren't you watching what females how she looks like? Why are you going to?
I mean, people
big
have
tits, big butts.
People have different types, and it's just.
But they also have insecurities too. Other women have different.
Yeah.
So that can play a part into you're watching this. Am I not good enough for you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Am I not enough?
Spark that up. But the way you get rid of that is by
watching porn that looks like her. Watching
no,
women that look like her. That's how you do it, y'all.
No, it's by reassuring your girl or whatever you'll do is that I still love you for who you are. You still have to appreciate them for who they are. And we're doing this because, I mean, you watch it. You still watching it. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable watching it when they're not there. You know, or when they're there. Because, I mean, I ain't going to lie. I used to be like that. I used to be like, if I'm watching my little flicks, I don't want my girl to know.
Yeah.
It just felt good.
It felt
But
weird.
then, when she caught me watching it one time, and then she was like, like she actually showed interest. She's like, like what are you actually watching? Okay, this, that, and the third. And it kind of like, it builds a better sexual connection. Like, this is what you like. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to try to do something to make you more, you know what I'm saying, comfortable, more happy or whatever.
More happy.
So it can work. I think it can work. I mean, if you already watching it and you're already having sex with this person, why not?
You don't see a problem.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, because I like when you said that sex is you're opening yourself up. So when you open yourself up to somebody, rather maybe sexual or talking, verbal communication, when you do, you're vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? It's a vulnerable state.
Exactly.
So what people don't understand is, I can see where you coming at with porn. I can kind of see that because it's a vulnerable state that you're in. So you have men that thinks that they're players, right? Mm-hmm. And this is something I got to get off my chest. Okay. What you don't know is that once you give yourself to somebody, rather if it's physically sexually, emotionally, you're opening yourself up to them, and you're letting your guard down to be hit, to be hurt, even if you're a player, because you know how players get.
I don't know how players get.
I'm saying what I'm saying is I may not know how players get, but what I'm saying is even a player, if they catch one of their hoes. If they catch one of their hoes with another man, they will feel insecure. Why? Because you open up to that woman. So maybe if you do porn, y'all both have to come with a certain agreement on what to watch, what y'all going to watch. I really think that's important because, like I said,
because if you putting boundaries on it, that closes up the whole point of watching it is to open yourself.
So explain how somebody can get over their insecurities if you're watching something that either they can't do, don't do, or don't have. If they don't have that type of structured body like what you want, you watching BBW, and your girl is skinny. You like them big girls. And she feels that, I can't satisfy you because I'm not that. How do you fix that? And it doesn't just take communication. Me talking to you about it is not going to be like, oh, well, listen, I love you no matter what.
Okay, if you love her no matter what, then it may be some weird fantasy that you got, but then you should be with a bigger woman. If you're that obsessed with it, then you should be with a bigger woman.
So that means that you don't love her then.
You probably don't. Remember, there's always three type of connections. I always say that happens: physical, mental, and spiritual. If her physical, physical connection is the easiest to be connected and disconnected of, right? You can be like, oh, then you find one day, the next day you're like, nah, you're not looking good to me. So if you're not physically attracted to her anymore, the relationship is going to hinder and it's not going to work anymore.
So what do you need porn for?
I'm not saying you need it. I'm saying if you're already doing it, that's the key part. What you're putting this. If you're not doing it already, if you already don't watch porn, then this conversation really ain't for you. But if you are and you hide and you sneak, I'm saying maybe that you shouldn't hide and sneak
maybe
it from your
there's a void you're trying to fill. That's why you watch porn.
Maybe so.
And that's why so many people try to hide it from their partners.
Yeah. See, that's like you wanted something because, like you said earlier, like your girl got insecurities. Oh, she may be skinny, but you like big women or whatever.
And you watch big porn to satisfy
you.
Mentally or sexually because she can't, or you feel that she can't do it based on what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's really just a gateway to open each other. Because a lot of people don't even like talking about sex, and sometimes that gets me too. Like in a relationship, I don't like necessarily.
Sex is very important because it's a part of intimacy. It may not be at the top, but it's very important. Because some people like to say, well, hugging, kissing, communication, blah blah blah, cuddling is important. It's all about your preference and your compatibility. That's what sex is. Because, like I said, if you're not sexually compatible with somebody,
and you shouldn't be afraid to talk to your partner about it. And that's something I gotta work. It's not sitting down. I'm afraid. I don't even want to say uncomfortable. It's just, I guess uncomfortable sometimes or whatever, right? So sometimes you just gotta let them know, like, yo, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. This is, you know what I'm saying? And that way, it can open up.
But what you don't like can be turned into something that you do like because it's all about trying new things.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I'm not saying trying new things as in going off of morals, like adding somebody to the bed. That's not what I'm saying because
if that works for you, that works for you.
Yeah, that works for you, that works for you. But there's certain standards that and guidelines that you still have to abide by. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all can still try to find something that y'all can be mutual with and agree.
And it's that part of just talking and getting open with that person. You know what I'm saying? And because you know what, I know this one chick I was messing with, whatever, right? And she was very comfortable with her sexuality. And that low-key was a turn on me because I usually date more conservative women or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But she was more
modest women.
Yeah. And she was more open with, and that kind of turned me on. It was one time when I asked, like, we was about to go somewhere to eat. We was like looking for somewhere, and I saw her open up her phone, and like like she was looking on the web, and I saw that she was looking at some porn, bro. And it was probably right before she came and saw me. But knowing me, I'm like, I didn't want to mention it. I didn't want to talk about it or whatever. So I'm like, I ain't gonna say that. But thinking about it, I probably should. I've been like, yo, so what you into? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that way, it would have built our connection. I mean, we already had a good connection, but it would have just built it a lot more or whatever. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause girls watch porn too. We know y'all watch porn. It's okay. We ain't nobody judging y'all over here.
She was just a freaky woman.
You ain't never lying.
But it's good to be comfortable with your sexuality, you know what I'm saying? That's very important because, like I said, it evolves into intimacy. Intimacy is important no matter what. It goes at the top tier of communication. You know, without intimacy, you know, you should forget about the relationship because intimacy is supposed to capture. I mean, not to capture, but what it's supposed to do is it's like a stress relief. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're coming home from school, you know you want to hear your significant other say "I love you" or "come rub your back." That's intimacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, intimacy just isn't sex.
It just isn't sex. It's a stress relief from what you're going through. So it can be cuddling. It can be getting your back massaged, toes massaged. It can be kissing. When you sit up there and when you have sex with somebody. When you have sex with somebody or whatever, afterwards, you know, a person that you love, don't you feel relieved afterwards? Or even if you're kissing or, you know, getting your back massaged, you know what I'm saying? It's a stress relief. And that's very important because that's why I tell people all the time, when y'all angry or if you're angry, have sex. You know what I'm saying? Release that negative tension that you have.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying?
That's hard to do.
It's hard to do
because sometimes when people get angry with each other, they distance themselves.
And that's the opposite of what you do.
That's not the key answer.
And I'm not saying that's the key answer, but it's a way to.
It's an option.
Yeah, it's an option.
I'm mad at you, so let's have sex.
Yeah, of course, because you know what I'm saying. It's a stress release. You busting a nut. Come on, man. When you do it, it's like.
Sometimes you know you ain't in the mood. I don't know. I don't think that's the best option. That shouldn't be your number one option as soon as you're mad with somebody.
I think it should I think it should be an option. You know what I'm saying? Consider it
as an option. I think it is, you know, when you play it in the part of makeup sex or whatever, right? Like after you get mad, which is some of the best sex.
But wait, remember you said it's not just sex, so it can be like you said, rubbing your back. It can be cuddling. It can be talking. That's intimacy. You know what I'm saying?
Just being close with somebody.
Just being close with somebody, and then trying to break the tension that you two have with each other.
And this is why I think that, like in the bedroom, I don't believe there should be a television in the bedroom. You want me to tell you why? Because when you have the television, now you have a distraction. The bedroom, that's supposed to be the most intimate place at your house or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So when you have distractions, it's like you become less intimate.
But that's what goes with kids too.
What do you mean goes with
kids? How do you keep kids out of your bedroom? They're a distraction. They distract you more than the TV. Sometimes you gotta bust a quickie, and you know what I'm saying. Not everybody have whatever to do quickies, because some people last too long. You know what I'm saying. So you gotta really. I'm just saying, like, I don't think a TV doesn't matter because kids ruin your chances of having sex all the time.
Yeah, that's if you have little kids though, and that's gonna happen. But you still should take that. Now, if you have kids, you should still take that time apart so y'all can still get a chance just to be you and her.
And when does that happen?
It can happen. You can find a baby. Hey, look, like you said, being intimate. Okay, so it's going on a date being intimate?
Yeah, of course.
So can you not find a babysitter and then go on a date with your girl?
Oh, you can.
So that's time.
You can.
That's time.
I mean, yeah, because it's all about time spent. You know, how much time you're willing to put forth in order to spend time. Because dating...
you shouldn't put it on how much time, but the fact that y'all are spending time together.
I think time is
important. It's not about the quantity, but it's the quality. The fact that we're just together, me and you, that's good enough.
Well, they should do that with sex then. Because a lot of women feel that they don't want quickies. They want that long, you know what I'm saying, passionate. And
Well,
sometimes
because you got to
in the
think they're
morning-
emotional people.
Well, so is we. You know what I'm saying?
We're
can
not
be
as emotional, we're logical. Like what's going through our mind? Like you said, just let me bust this nut. That's the only thing that's really going through our mind. But for women, they like you gotta. Sex is more for the woman than it is the man. You really have to please a woman if you want her to orgasm and everything, right? It don't take much for us to orgasm. We straightforward, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But for a woman, you really gotta please her.
Nah, I don't think it's decided on a man. I think the individuals that's having sex needs to know what they want, and if they're not getting satisfied by their partner, they should be able to communicate on what they need in order to
and then
be satisfied.
You know what, it goes back around. Yeah, like okay, you're not getting sassified sexually.
Yeah, communicate.
And guess what? Oh, so let's watch some porn together to see
See
what we like.
You know,
See what we like. Going on like a full circle.
That can be whatever, but you can also, and if those who don't want to watch porn and feel like it's immoral, which it is, you can talk about it. Communicate with your partner to see what they like. That's very important. You always got to see what your partner likes first in order to establish something in the bed.
Yeah, don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah, don't be afraid to talk.
And that's something we do. That goes part of your foundations. If you talking about what y'all like in sex, it's only going to better both of y'all.
Yeah, it's only going to better both.
You know what I'm saying? It's only good is only going to come from this.
Because you have an understanding of what my partner wants and what she doesn't want. Mm-hmm. So and if you respect that, it makes it more. It makes the intimacy more alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
high key, guys like when girls watch porn anyway.
You
don't?
I mean, I'm not saying I don't. I
just judgy.
I don't know. It's just like what they watch. Is it
probably lesbian porn?
That'd be weird.
Nasty.
That'd be weird.
Nasty, but it's boring.
Maybe it's just for them to be satisfied. Who knows? But.
Oh, so go back on something that you were saying. How you were saying that like when y'all fighting or whatever, y'all should just get more intimate, be close. How do you feel about breaks, and do you think breaks can help or hurt the relationship?
Both.
Now talk to me.
Which one you want to hear first?
How does it help?
How does it help?
Yeah.
Well, it helps because you acknowledge what you need to fix in the relationship.
But
so you take
how does going on the break help that though?
How does going on the break? Because you got time to focus on yourself. But
you're not focusing on the relationship. You're focusing on yourself.
You're focusing on yourself because you cause, or the things that you do causes the relationship to fail. So in order to fix that, you have to step back, be a single man again, and retract your steps just to bring that relationship back as whole. Because, think about it like this. Okay, I'm going to use one of my analogies that I usually use. Actually, no, I'm not going to use my analogy. But you should already come into the relationship prepared to.
All right, back. Sorry, I have little technical difficulties. We got that fixed now. So last thing we left off was talking about how the breaks can help you.
Oh yeah, breaks can help you. They can definitely help you. They can hurt you too, but more they can help you.
How so?
Okay, so when you go on a break, hold on, let me turn it around for this. When you go on a break. What it does is it allows you to focus on what y'all need to fix in order to get back into the relationship. Because what happens a lot of times when you're in a relationship is you get comfortable with each other. And it's all about opposing each other for the wrongs that they do. But once you take that break and actually help, rejuvenate yourself, and you're single, it reveals what you actually need to fix.
Okay, question. While you're on this break, are you talking to this person that you on this break from?
Like, are you talking to this person?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Y'all gotta still have communication. You know what I'm saying? You have to know if this person is still changing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you breaking from? Like, how are you breaking if you're still communicating with this person?
Like, what do you mean?
What is the break from? What does that? What does a break mean? If you still talk to this person, what does a break mean?
A break means to evaluate yourself. It's an evaluation of yourself. Doesn't mean y'all have to stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then what are you breaking?
What are you breaking
Yeah,
from?
what are you breaking?
You're breaking from y'all to, I guess you could say, togetherness.
How if y'all still talking? If y'all live together, y'all still live together.
Because it's like, if you can't get onto me for what I do, you know what I'm saying? It's more like I would give it like a pass. You know what I'm saying? Not to necessarily do what you want to do, but it's to give direction of, basically give direction of your relationship. So let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I mean. Because anybody that comes to an agreement with something can have a sense to acknowledge that they're not together.
But if y'all still talking to each other, communicating with each other, living together,
I don't mean that. But y'all communicate.
But that means they're not breaking from that.
Y'all communicated.
Let me tell you why a break hurts. Because if you are truly on a break, that means you have to be away from that person. See, like you said, you're focusing on yourself. How can I focus on myself if you still calling me? If you still, how can I focus?
So
on
were you saying that she was the problem? Because if she wasn't the problem.
Or
what is I'm
saying I'm the problem, whatever, right?
Okay, if you're the problem, fix your problem.
Yeah,
you can fix that.
That's
why
that's why I'm saying a break isn't going to help. I don't think you should be in a break at all.
Yeah.
I don't believe in breaks.
Why don't you believe in breaks?
Because if you're going on a true break from someone, that means you're distancing yourself from that person.
In order to what? Okay,
to better yourself or whatever.
Okay.
Right? But listen though. If you're going away from that person, that means you can solve your problems and everything without that person. If I can solve my problems without you, I don't need you. If I don't need you, I low-key don't want you. And like it's this term.
Only need has
but like when you're truly going on a break, and then when most people do when they go on break, they go mess with other people.
But that's most people. That's why you have an agreement with.
But listen,
each other.
if you going on a break and you messing with somebody else, then that means that that relationship is done.
Of course,
it's done. That's what I'm saying. So
this is why you should not feel comfortable
saying I want to go on a break. Like that should never come up. If you want to go on a break, you might as well add the up. Let's one up it.
No, because let me tell you why it's very important. Because some people get into relationships, stay into relationships because of convenience. So you got to be able to take that. You got to be able to take that break in order to realize, okay, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all relationship wasn't serious in the first place, then what is us staying together? Because maybe you wanted to
define break. You define break.
Let me define break. I'll define break.
It's
to establish. Okay, it's a mutual agreement that you and your partner has in order to fix oneself. Okay, so. What
are the rules of this break? During this break, this is this.
Who said there's rules?
You have to have rules. You have to have some kind of establishment of what's going on during this break. Are we talking to each other? Are we seeing other people? You say, of course.
You know what?
But if you tell me you want to go on a break,
let me tell you.
I'm not. That means leave me alone.
Let me tell you. What you missing? What you say? Can we see other people? Now it's very important. Now. I would tell my significant other if we was to go on a break, okay, if she feels that after this break that she can't deal with, that it's not going to work, because like I said, it's about evaluating yourself and a relationship. Now, if y'all two can, after the evaluation, and you consider yourself a person to be basically if you don't feel that the relationship can go on, okay, If you go on with somebody else, I can't do nothing about that. Why? It's because you're taking the time in order to fix yourself to better the relationship. So that can be communication, that can be expressing yourself. So technically, y'all not on the break, but y'all are on the break, and y'all single.
No. Ain't no. You can't have it both ways.
You can't have it both ways.
Either you are on the break or you not.
No, you can't have it both ways.
No.
Because see, the problem is that relationships we rely on each other's comfort.
Exactly. So if you're going to break and to focus on me, if I can focus on me without you, why do I need you?
Because, well, you know you don't.
That's why going on a break.
But see, listen. Why do you need somebody else? See, and that's the problem with people. They try to have somebody else fix their problems or be whatever of their happiness. You can't be that for somebody. You can't fix somebody else's problems with what you got going on. You have to be able to, same way like with cheating. Let's say with cheating or wanting to cheat. How can your partner, and you said this before when we talked about it early on, that a person can't make you go cheat. That's a decision on your own.
Yeah, so if you go on that break and then that person does, so that means they want to do it from the jump. But
then that's what it does. It exposes. See, think about it. Think about a break, okay? Like you just said, a break can, and this is why I'm gonna get into why it can hurt, because a break can expose your true, what is it? What is it?
Intentions?
Your true intentions of what you're trying to do. Because, like, remember you said, most people when they go on breaks, they cheat. So it's like
it ain't cheating.
No, of course.
But but like I said, that's something that they wanted to do.
That's something that they wanted to do.
That's why it's not going to help the relationship.
Yes, it is. Because what it does is it lets you know what you want from this person and where you want to be.
Where we stand,
and where we stand. So
but that's not going to help the relationship.
Yes,
it just shows you where relationships are, but it doesn't.
It shows you what
going on a break is not going to say, okay, I want to be. I don't think that's going to be true. It only hurts it. I think it only hurts it. Wow. But you know what? That's going to be a question for the comments. Y'all let us know. Does a break help or hurt the relationship? Let us know that. And you said something that intrigued me, talking about like your partner, and they're not like necessarily responsible for you to be happy. So do you think that your partner is responsible for your happiness?
No, I don't think they're responsible. They're not responsible. Now they can make you happy, but they're not responsible to make you happy. It doesn't take somebody to be. It doesn't take somebody to make you happy in order to be with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my responsibility for you to be happy, because I'm gonna be me regardless, whatever situation. The thing about it is, if I'm your responsibility that makes you happy, any day, time, month, year that passes, I can ruin your happiness to whatever I do. Because what if I cheat? Then where's your happiness? There goes your happiness, right? You know what I'm saying? I messed up because you relied on me to make you happy. That's the problem with people in relationships. They rely on each other to make each other happy. But I can let you down in a split. But you know who can't let you down? Yourself.
You can let yourself down.
No, but remember, you get back up. It's better than somebody else letting you down. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the things that you couldn't do, that you procrastinated back then, you can do now. And that's something you told me. You know, don't worry about things that you can't. Don't worry about things that you can't do. Worry about things that you couldn't do. Worry about things that you can't. So you can always put in trust with yourself to get things done. But with somebody else, that's where trust issues come.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let me ask you this. When you're in a relationship, do you want to make your girl happy?
Of course, I do. But I don't want her to rely on my happiness. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be let me put it like this. I don't want for her to think that I'm the only thing in person that can make her happy.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. That you're the only person. This is what I'm getting at. You're supposed to want to make her happy,
okay,
or him happy, whomever. You're supposed to make that person happy. That you in a relationship with this person and you're in love with this person. If you're in love with this person, that means you should be telling this person, your smile is honestly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. If you're really in love with this person, you really should go out of your way to make that person happy. Why aren't you, it should feel like a responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
But you should, but are they responsible for your happiness? We're talking about happiness.
It's like, in a way, it's kind of like, you make me happy, I make you happy. It's a give. It's a 100-100.
So if I let you down, then what? Then you're unresponsible. I'm unresponsible.
No, you're not necessarily unresponsible. It means you may have messed up or something happy. But if you're constantly trying to make that person happy, there's a less of a chance of you letting that person down.
Exactly.
But so I mean, I'm not saying you may not mess up. You still can mess up. But if you do whatever, if you go on your day, like the beginning to the end of your day, beginning of the day, you wake up, you about to go to work or whatever, right? This is the simple stuff, the minute stuff or whatever. Just kissing your girl on the forehead, because you ain't gonna kiss on the lips, because her breath stink. One breath. You kiss on the forehead, I love you, baby, right before you go to work. The little things like that make her happy. When you come home,
of course.
When she come home,
yeah.
Listen, when she come home from work or whatever, and she finna tell you about her mother sucking day, you know how girls talk or whatever, and you just sitting there listening, actually engage in the conversation. That makes her happy. It's like if you know what makes her happy and you do those things that makes her happy, and you're like, yo, I have to make my girl happy. Guess what? The relationship is going to be better. You know what I'm saying? So it should be a responsibility, because if you make it one of your goals for your day is to make my girl happy, guess what? More times I tell you, you're gonna make her happy, and if you make her happy, guess what? The relationship gets better. So yes, it's a responsibility. Yes, I want to make my girl happy. You should say it to yourself every single day. I want to make you happy.
Okay.
Period. It shouldn't be like people think that life is kind of this linear thing. Like time is linear. Like you go to work, you come home, you do this. No, like life is like it's you, and then like it's this web of things or whatever, right? And then in this web of things, you got your girl, your family. If you live with your girl, the girl's in the center of that, right? Whatever, right? Your family's in the center of that. So in the center of that, you want to make sure those people are good. You know what I'm saying? Because if those people are good and they're happy, in turn, they're going to make sure that you're good and you're happy. You see what I'm saying? And then you got to also think about this thing. But relationships, it's a conditional love. It's not think about with your kid. No, think about with your kids. You want your kids to be happy no matter whatever, right? Like that's why you buy them presents on Christmas or whatever. But it's unconditional. You will always do more for your kid. You know what I'm saying? But with your spouse, it's conditional. It's like if you do something like you said, if you let me down, I don't want to be with you. So if you know it's conditional, why not meet those conditions to make the relationship work? If you want this to work and you want to be happy, make your partner happy. Because you make your partner happy, oh, my man does all this stuff for me. Well, guess what? I'm going to do this stuff for my man. Yeah.
But the way you put it sounds more of a obligation than a responsibility. Like you're obligated to make it.
What's the difference? You should feel obligated to make your spouse happy. Period. If you argue with that, that's why you're single. No. If you argue with it, that's why you're single.
That's not why you're single.
Because you're not going out your way to make your person happy.
No, because see, a woman is not she's not an object that you have to be.
I'm not even bringing about women. It's the same thing for women too. Women should try to make their man happy. You should try to make your spouse happy. Period.
Women and men are objects. You know that you just. You know, you do a little maintenance. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to keep up with the tires. You got to be able to. Not saying that you're right in a sense about responsibility, but we also got to realize that things don't always work in that essence. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if? See, you talk about responsibility and happiness. You're supposed to kiss it, but what if she's in a horrible mood? What if she has postpartum? then where does that happiness come from?
Okay, now
Have you ever dealt with a girl? Have you ever dealt with a girl with postpartum? What if she lost? What if she lost?
But that's why you.
Mother?
That's what I'm saying.
What if she lost her mother?
And that's why you're supposed to be there by her side to make her feel.
not
That's why you're
saying
supposed
that
to
you're
be
not
there by
supposed to.
her.
And I'm not saying that you're not supposed to, but
Then what are you saying?
but you can't always think that you're responsible to make her happy when you can do all the things that you can do, and then a girl still is going cheap. You know
And
what I'm
that means
saying?
she's the one for you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
But
you have to be able
as
to.
long as you put that positive energy into the world will give you the same energy that you put back
I'm not
out.
saying. I'm not saying.
You know what I'm saying? If
You're
somebody,
right,
like if
right.
somebody, remember, like I said, no matter what you do, if someone wanted to cheat, they wanted to cheat. You you did that. You let that go because it's a deal breaker for you. You let that go and then you move on. But you gotta get that positive energy if you want to receive it. Like, why would somebody want to hurt you when all you do is give them happiness?
That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Why would somebody the only thing you give them happiness, but they still want to hurt you? That's why somebody shouldn't be responsible for your happiness, and you should be able to find your own happiness.
But you should
of
want
your own.
that should be a
I'm
part
not
of your
saying- yeah,
goal.
of course, you should want to make somebody happy.
So that's like saying
But
if
at the end
your
of the day-
girl had a bad day at work and she just crying or whatever, well, I ain't responsible to make you feel bad.
No, that's
Yeah, you should be like,
that's
you
not
know
what
I'm
I
saying?
mean. That's not what I mean.
Then what do you
No.
mean? What you mean? What you mean?
Oh,
What do you
man.
mean? What do you
I'm
mean?
gonna put it how Will Smith said it, because I think he said it perfect. If you ever heard what he said, that he's not responsible for Jada's happiness. Now,
And guess what Jada was doing?
You ain't talking about it? Oh wow.
Yeah, it's February, but it seems a lot like August to me. Nah, you know what I'm saying. But if he always tried to go out of his way to make sure that she was happy and she may have found that somewhere else. I don't know the relationship. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. Listen, I can't speak on.
so
the
somebody
relationship.
goes and find happiness. Who goes and find happiness?
That is this goal of life, my friend.
Somebody goes and finds.
Why
happiness.
don't you find that? Isn't that the goal of life? Is to find happiness?
But why find it in somebody else that can possibly
Why
let you
not?
down? Not saying, but why give somebody that
Have you not been in a relationship where things are good?
responsibility in order to make you happy?
Have you ever been in a relationship where things are going good?
Yeah.
Doesn't it
And-
feel amazing when
Yeah,
you got
of course.
someone to share?
When
your
the sun,
happiness? That's why you go and find it with somebody else.
But
That's
listen.
why we go and meet with other people.
But listen,
That's
but-
why we just don't mate. We just don't have sex with people. That's why
Of
we
course,
marry
of
people.
course.
We want to stay together for the rest of their life because this person makes me happy.
Okay, does the sun make you happy?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Do you like when the clouds are out, the sun is shining?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened when the rain comes?
I appreciate the rain. because I know
You
the rain
appreciate the rain, but is that still happy?
no,
Don't
no.
it get gloomy?
Yeah,
Don't
it
get gloomy?
gets gloomy, but I realize that
Huh?
as a part of life. And I'm not going to get mad at the earth. Why do you have to rain and ruin my day?
Same exact when it comes to somebody's happiness. It's not going to always listen.
I'm not saying it's always going to be good.
Exactly, but you're talking about happiness.
So you saying
Somebody needs to
telling me
stay happy.
you don't have
in
to
order
stay
to-
happy.
Okay, so what are you talking about
Life
when it comes
isn't
to
just about
happiness?
happiness. Like you have other emotions in life.
Of course, that's what
So
I'm talking
things are going to happen. I'm saying.
Okay. So you're saying you're supposed to go out your way to make this individual happy
Yes.
when
Yes.
she can possibly
Yes.
make herself happy
Yes.
too.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Exactly. So why are you responsible if she can make herself happy
Because
too?
it should be your responsibility. Because you should want me to see. Do you not want to see your girl smile?
I'm not saying that. But I
No,
should.
no. That's what I'm asking. Do you want to see your girl
But that
smile?
doesn't mean that I'm responsible to make
Do
her
you
smile.
want to see her
Of
smile?
course.
So you want to see her smile because seeing her smile.
Does that mean happiness,
Hold on. You want to see her smile because seeing her smile makes you smile. And smile is equivalent to what? Happiness.
No, it's not. What is happiness? Explain what's happiness. What is
Good
happiness?
feeling.
A good feeling.
That's the simplest way I can put it. A good feeling.
So I'm responsible for making you feel good at all times.
Yeah.
Like feel good.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think.
And then to go
happiness
back
is
full circle, same with sex. It's your responsibility to make the mother sucker feel good. So what you want, baby?
I'm sorry, y'all. I had a moment. had to laugh, had to get that out. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is one crazy topic. I will say that. Oh wait, let me scoot over a little bit.
I think, you know what? Yeah. We don't want to make our videos too long, but
Tell us what you think.
Well,
Is a person?
We already had the break one, so unless y'all, you know what? Which one y'all want to talk about?
Whatever y'all want to talk
about.
about. Is a person responsible? Remember that word, responsible for somebody else's happiness. He didn't let me talk, but we'll discuss it in a later topic.
All right, y'all. This is the Can We Talk podcast. Like I always say, don't be afraid to like, dislike, and subscribe so y'all get that notifications whenever we pop up on your screen. All right.
Holla at your boys. We out. Everybody, it's your boy CJ and Paul. Sadly, this is our last content, but we promise you that we will come back as soon as possible. He got to focus on school. I got to start traveling to get some money. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you, when we come back, we're gonna come harder. We're gonna come with new topics. Not just about relationships. It can be about hip hop, racism. So tune in next time with your boy CJ and Paul. Thank you.
All right.